Okay, I'm going to continue on showing more information about these VEX hex bug kits that we are using this motor driver with the Microbit, and sometimes an app, and sometimes we're programming them to work with a sensor like this ultrasonic sensor. We can do that by plugging these wires, colorful wires, into the board. This sensor will sense proximity to an object and stop, or however we program it. Last video you saw some motors that I didn't explain. I explained the red block wheel motors, which fit on these Lego Technics bars. There are other motors like this one, which again is a motor for wheels, and other motors like this one, which is again, it fits the Lego Technics, and it is a servo motor. So the way to look at this is, if you see 3 wires, then it's probably going to be a servo type motor. If you see only 2 wires, it's probably going to be a wheel type motor, and that will become evident when you start writing the programming code. And the programming code is written in this Microsoft MakeCode, and here is an example using this Croco kit, and this includes the sensor we were talking about, the ultrasonic sensor, and also different kinds of motors, including the servo motor, which would be this kind of a motor. So there's a lot that we can do with different kinds of motors, which our students will learn more about in the future, including these positional type motors that open and close a valve position, for example, and other kinds of motors. Now notice that these yellow motors have got a different kind of axle, and that fits this kind of hub. But we can also adapt the axle to a cross type axle, and then we can fit that axle onto this wheel. So we can now use the yellow motors on these wheels with the cross type, and we've done that on earlier videos several years ago on this channel. So that about covers our introduction to motors, 2 types, wheel motors and servo motors, and how we look at our programming, which, by the way, can be done, this is block programming, can be done in text, both JavaScript text and also in Python. So kids, as they become more advanced and want to learn more physical programming, this is not really computer programming, it's programming for physical devices like microprocessors to drive kits that may be robotic type kits. So there'll be more on this.